interview about what's going on with Anthony Joshua and that. You know, a lot of that stuff, and that was a way longer interview. They edited a lot of that. But, you know, my takeaway from it is, and let me start by saying this. I'm a huge Anthony Joshua fan. I'm a huge Anthony Joshua fan. This is documented. You can go back and listen to my shows I've done years and years ago where I was an Anthony Joshua fan. Probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe. Say 2. So I'm a huge Anthony Joshua fan. My access is not to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua does not live in L.A. Deontay Wilder lives in L.A. right now with his wife and his kid. So Anthony Joshua's not signed to Showtime. I'm signed to Showtime. So obviously I have a rapport with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder and I will text each other, DM each other, stuff like that. So when this all goes down, it's easy for me to get Deontay Wilder here in LA in the studio. That's my guy. Yeah, I actually know Deontay Wilder, so that's why he comes in. You only want to do the interview with me? Sure, let's do it. I'm not a journalist. I'm not here to fucking break down numbers and ask pressing questions. That's not what I do. He wants a platform to get it out. I'm interested. Why isn't the biggest fight in boxing happening? What's going on, man? We sit down. So I get behind-the-scenes information from sources. So I kind of know the background, a lot of the story, what's going on. And then I want to know what, from Deontay's viewpoint, I know why it broke down. I want to know from the fighters, because that's all that matters. Because what Eddie Hearn says, when people, you guys got to be careful, because when Eddie Hearn, who's a promoter, and if you, most of your listeners are MMA fans, so when Dana White goes, this person's getting a title shot, females will never fight in the UFC, Misha Tate's getting a title shot, John Jones will never be a headliner. They're promoters, so they're out for the bottom line, which is themselves and making money. With Eddie Hearn, it's the exact same thing. They're not bad people. They're not evil. It's just that's what comes with the territory. You're a bullshitter. You're a car salesman. You're a hype man. You're on the late night infomercial. But you run a corporation of fighters. That's all it is. You're trying to make fights, but you're trying to make sure you get the most money possible, not the fighters.
I want to see Al Heyman's version of the story, but I doubt it will be that different from Deontay Wilder. Here's my issue with all of this. Is okay, let's assume this fight happens next year, right? What is to say that Eddie Hearn isn't going to do this again? If Eddie Hearn feels as though AJ isn't ready for Deontay Wilder, what if Eddie Hearn pulls a stunt again? How are we going to stop him this time? Only person who can stop him, AJ. How does AJ stop Eddie Hearn? You fire Eddie Hearn. Why? He's being a terrible manager, right? Till AJ conducts his team the way he should, the way a boss should always move, we aren't going to see anything else from this. This is either strategy from AJ or from Eddie Hearn or both. This isn't some isolated incident that is pointing at Wilder, making him seem silly for no reason. No. Anybody who's a fan of boxing who has seen this before knows that the person in the wrong right now is the other champion from the UK, AJ, right? Here's the issue with his mentality. He's not the only team in town. He's not TDE. He's not the top dog in town. He's not heavyweight supreme. He's just part of the heavyweight supreme. Let me explain to you who the heavyweight supreme is, right? Right now, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, right? The subset of that would be Dylan White, Joseph Parker, and anybody who is ranked equal to them, like your Povetkin, so on and so forth, Pulev, yeah. AJ doesn't have the luxury of being a diva right now. He has to prove himself in the art of boxing. He has to prove himself as a champion. I mean, his reign as champion is always going to be overshadowed by Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury never lost his title. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.
By unanimous unanimous decision. I see you walking around. You've been screaming George, even though you just beat BJ Penn in an outstanding fight. What's on your mind right now?
I don't think George is hurt. I think he's scared. I think he's scared to fight everybody right now. What's up?